Well, for episode number 2 here, this time we did not get our Cinnabon Saul opening. No flash forward, I guess it would be in those scenes. Instead, we get a chaotic, wild scene with Saul passing out the 50% cards, 50% off cards. Two dudes grab it, two meth heads take the 50% off. They're all fired up about that. Sure enough, Kim thought maybe this would encourage people to commit crimes. Saul was like, nonsense. But these two guys, one of them, coincidentally, appears to be wearing like an old school jailbird top anyhow. He's like, his shirt's just a black and white striped shirt, like the old school jailhouse prisoner look. Well, anyhow, so they just go on a total binge. Looks like a minimum of 48 hours just going back and forth. Robbing, little petty robberies, stealing a lady's groceries, running into convenience stores, a lot of junk food, some lottery tickets involved, lots of meth. So then finally, one of their last stops, or maybe that was later on. Maybe they, it ends with them their car crashed in the morning a couple days later. They recall the 50% off. They're not done. I don't know what they're thinking there. I guess they're just like, look, if we can save 50% on an attorney, we can buy even more meth. I don't know what the thought process with these two guys are, but they make Skinny Pete and Badger look like a couple of Rhodes Scholars, that's for sure. So anyhow, then we eventually get to the show that beyond that opening scene. Then Gus is up in the ante on Nacho, really putting pressure on Nacho, threatening him, taking him to this dad's restaurant or somewhere where his dad's hanging out, making him briefly think they're going to murder his dad. Nacho's like, all right, I'll do whatever I got to do. I feel like I've already been doing some things. Kim still, she seems troubled by the whole Saul Goodman thing. Saul takes her over. They go through an open house. It does seem like a pretty cool house, some nice quartz countertops. Got the two sinks in the bathrooms. A lot of perfect things there. So, he does they have a brief talk too. Sometimes their talks, they have these real serious talks and it consists of like 3 words or less, Kim said she doesn't want to play the game anymore. She's not lying to her client. Saul's like, all right, well. So as we saw in episode 1 and even last year, there's going to be some issues here. When's the road going to split with Saul and Kim? We'll see. So then, we get to the point where Lola talks to Hector. He goes and visits him at the nursing homes, giving the guy some alcohol. They're trying to figure out a way. Hector does seem to have it together, though. He is understanding everything, trying to figure out what's going on with Gus. What is Gus up to? I think they're on to something anyhow. Hector's basically like, if we can somehow stop this guy from making money, maybe we can get the big bosses to cut this guy out. So we'll see. Mike snaps on his granddaughter. Hate to see that scene, Half the time I'm on Mike's side. I don't know what's going on there. Mike's having a rough couple of episodes here, even dating back to last season, having to kill his German buddy. So, I hate to see him snap on his granddaughter like that. So, maybe that's it. Maybe he's just trying to distance himself from those two, get himself out of their lives, Thought there for a moment about his son. The granddaughter was bringing up her father. Pretty fucked up scene, to be honest. So anyhow, then Nacho, he does save the day. The earlier scene with the 2 meth heads that were going crazy in the opening. Eventually they go back. They buy so much meth it gets stuck in the drain pipe. Leads to the cops showing up. A whole chaotic scene. Looks like Crazy 8. Looks like Crazy 8 may have got his name in this episode too. Nice little card scene with all the guys there. Salamanca, Nacho, him. They're pretty much letting Salamanca win the card game at this point. But anyhow, looks like old Crazy 8 gets his name that way. What do you call him? Loco Ocho? So anyhow, he's the one that gets arrested. Everybody splits. The big girl that's up there handing out the meth. Nacho, anyhow, saves the day. Does some Nacho parkour. Gets in there. Gets the meth before the ATF's able to raid the building. Gets out. But does what he wants to do. He impresses Salamanca. Gets on his good side, and that's what he's going for. That's what Gus put the pressure on him early in the episode. That's what we got here. Meanwhile, then toward the end of the episode, a lot of Saul. He's working on the district attorney lady, runs into Howard, runs an elevator scam, pays the elevator guy to shut it down while he's in the elevator. Works out a bunch of deals for his clients, just rapid fire, knocks off 6 or 7 cases, gets decent deals for them. Then it did not take long. We're 2 episodes now in. He's officially Saul Goodman. He's walking down the street, having a good day, feeling good about himself. And then Nacho and the boys pull up next to him, tell him to get in. And already, here we go. Saul Goodman is in over his head. 2 episodes in. Whew, it's firing up. We're getting closer. Boom.